might have to go to class. So if you have any questions for Hari, or any questions for myself or Alyssa about the project itself, now's the time to ask.
As far as the project, when we go, we personally, you will have, if you take 4 or 5 of us, will there be 2 people per like first aid and CPR going to a group teaching them that, or will it just be 1 person?
That is yet to be decided. We'd like to have everyone trained in all of the areas, and from there we'll decide who is most competent to train in certain areas. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So we're thinking about having 2 teams right now, because given the amount of time that we have there, the short amount of time, and all of the groups that we will be working with, it seems logical that we should have 2 teams training different groups at the same time. Yeah.
Does the language vary as far as not knowing Nepali?
Right, yeah, we certainly don't expect you to have any knowledge of the language there. But in our experience, a lot of people actually do have a pretty good grasp of English, enough to communicate in a normal daily conversation. That said, we are also going to be working with the Nepalese students from the Tribhuvan University in Kathmandu. They'll be traveling with us the whole time. Hari will be with us the whole time. So if there ever is any need for translation, then we'll have them.
And we have plans right now to keep the training materials relatively simple and translated into Nepali.
Yeah.
What does the preparation before the trip look like? I was reading this and it says 10 hours a week. Will that be on the weekend? Will that be in the evenings? How will that work out?
In the past, we've had it weekdays in the evenings. That could change. That's really just a rough estimate. Given what we've worked with in the past, we'll look at all of our. Everyone in the team will look at their schedules and figure out what works best for people. But usually, we're looking at least 1 weekly meeting. It could be anywhere from 1 to 3 hours, depending on the different trainings that we will be working with. So we will train you how to do all of these things, which will require at least 1 weekly meeting.
And I don't know if it's clear or not, but to get around some issues, we hire these researchers. We're hiring you as employees. So not only are all your expenses paid, we're going to be hiring you for about 10 hours a week. Now, not every week will you work 10 hours, and the week that we're in Nepal, we're definitely not going to pay you for the 5,000 hours you're going to be working. But you'll be hired as employees, so we will be working with your schedules. Yeah.
Are there any type of medications that we have to take before traveling there?
Every time we travel, especially to a hot, muggy and buggy climate like this one, we always get prescriptions for malaria medications. I go on.
Any other vaccines, though?
Yeah.
Anti-malarial.
Anti-malarial.
Tetanus will be up to date.
Mm-hmm.
You should do that for yourselves.
Yeah.
We'll go over that with the team.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when we get ready to travel, we'll be talking very specifically about certain things.
My question is, how many people will you choose for this program and how we will apply?
Okay. Question was how many people we'll be choosing. We're looking at about 4 to 6. That's our projected number right now. As Alyssa said in the beginning, if we get 6 phenomenal applicants, then we'll take 6 phenomenal researchers. And if we get 4 mediocre students, then we'll take 4 mediocre researchers. But
we won't tell you you're mediocre.
Right. But if there's 4 of you, you just have to assume that you're mediocre.
Now you made the assumption.
Yeah, so about 4 to 6, and the application process, We're asking for all of your materials by October 30th, which is a Friday, 2 weeks from now. So we're asking for a resume, a cover letter indicating why you're interested, and an unofficial transcript from FSU, or if you're a transfer student from your prior university. After October 30th, we are going to narrow it down to a list of interview candidates by November 6th, which is Friday the next week. And the following week, November 9th through the 13th, we will be conducting interviews.
So it's pretty quick. It's not like a long period you have to wait. And also you have to be a student next semester too. We want to throw that out there.
Yeah, I think
You're-
we did forget to mention that.
Yeah, if you're graduating this semester, it has been such a pleasure. But yeah, we need you to be a student as well next
Bobby.
semester.
One-page resume. No?
Oh yeah, it's okay.
Resume, if you can keep it to one page, then that's appreciated.
It would
but
be most
it
appreciated.
Doesn't matter. If you are the most accomplished person, then you want to see it all.
They're only going to read the first page, so.
Yeah, throw the rest out.
And mention the class again, that you have to complete it.
Right. So thank you, Audrey. We would like to see that you have completed at least one of our emergency management or Homeland Security courses. You know if you have, I'm sure, but our course list can be found online.
It's okay if you're currently in it. You know, like if this is your first class this semester, that's okay.
Right.
You know.
Right, because we see this as an investment to our students, for our students to get this incredible experience and, you know, use that to move on to bigger and better things. Yeah, and if you are not one of our students, and if you haven't taken one of our courses yet, there will be more opportunities similar to this, probably not in Nepal, but similar to this that we will be doing in the future. We try to do at least one of these every year. Sure.
Where do we submit those things for the application?
You can send them to my email address, or you can drop them off in my office. I guess I can't write it anywhere. But if you guys want to take it down, I can say my email address out now. It's bduggleby@cdrp.net. Or you can drop it off in my office at on the 6th floor of Bellamy, 651.
And if Bobby doesn't happen to be there, you can come to my office, 646. You can drop off a hard copy if you want. You're more than welcome to.
Sure.
Any idea when you'll know for sure what week it's going to be?
We're thinking just the following week after. Do you mean
Like
when we
when-
select people?
No, it's
No,
spring
When we're-
break.
The trip.
Like when you're traveling?
Spring break.
Or another week?
Spring break, leaving March.
March 4th.
Yeah,
Yeah,
returning
so
March
13th.
13th. You
Yeah.
leave on a Friday before spring break, you'll leave in the evening. It takes 2.5, 3 days to get there. You'll arrive in Nepal on Sunday afternoon. You'll work that week, and you'll fly out following Saturday afternoon, and you'll be home by Sunday night. So you'll be back, shot, and just tired. It's after classes on Monday.
This isn't that important, but what's the time difference?
9 hours and 45 minutes.
Okay.
Super bizarre. They're on their own time zone. Yeah,
Okay.
9:45. Yeah.
It's the only country in the world with a 15-minute increment.
I know.
Yeah.
Just like if like we are selected and we're missing like that Friday or Monday or whatever, is that like a written approval like from
You won't
FSU
leave Friday.
to
You shouldn't miss Friday or Monday. You'll be leaving Friday evening around
Oh.
5:30. You'll be back Sunday night.
Sunday night?
Yeah. If you have a Friday night before spring break, I'm thinking your professor probably knows better than to hold it.
Sure.
Do you tend to take like half graduate students, half undergrads, or are you more biased towards either?
It's whoever impresses us the most, honestly.
Yeah. So the question was or do we take more undergrads or grads? It's all about
You.
your credentials.
Yeah, we've had undergrad way outperform grad students on some of these courses.
Yeah.
Just
It doesn't,
because you are.
yeah, it doesn't necessarily give you a leg up to be a grad student. Hate disappointing you.
Other questions?
When you're saying that we're gonna work all week, I know that training, I guess, groups of people at a time. Do you know how many people are gonna be in those groups? Usually like a good 20 to 30 ranging?
That actually is a pretty good range. We don't have those exact numbers yet, but it could be anywhere from 8 school teachers to 30 community members. But we're looking at probably, so the teams will have 3 FSU people, 3 Nepalese students, an engineer that we're hiring from Kathmandu to talk about building codes and making sure that buildings are up to code following a disaster. So about 7 or 8 people per team, training a group of 8 to 30. So it shouldn't be too overwhelming. Anything else? Yeah.
If we do have to camp or anything, will you guys provide all the materials or should we?
We'll let you know. We'll let you know. I don't think, right now, based on the schedule we drafted yesterday, I don't see any camping. There's not time. That was kind of a gift from Harvey for us to have some fun.
Yeah.
So our accommodations, like, will be like staying somewhere?
Yeah, you'll be staying somewhere.
No, exactly.
Guest house.
Pitch a tent somewhere.
You will
No.
not be- if you are pitching a tent, we will take care of you. We're not, okay, you're gonna be very taken care of.
Okay.
You need to bring your smarts, your strength, and not be a hot mess. But we'll set you up for success and we'll take care of all that. We're not gonna drop you off in Kathmandu. And let me say this too, you will not be like wandering around on your own either. You will be traveling in a group, working in a group, you'll be doing any kind of recreational activities in a group. You will be our bitches.
No one wants to see Alyssa mad, and no one wants to have Alyssa have to find you.
No, no.
Do not make me chase you in Nepal.
Yeah.
She's just not going
We love the
to.
whole good cop, bad cop thing, and we know who the bad cop
I
is.
might even just leave you.
Yeah.
You're a double.
We always say we try to leave with at least 90% of the people.
Still an A.
Yeah.
Should we get traveler's insurance just in case?
Don't, if you, listen, I cannot emphasize this enough. If you get selected for the project, we will take care of all this stuff for you, right? You don't need to worry about logistics and movement and security and meditation. We will be meeting as a team and doing all of this together, right? And, yeah, absolutely. Don't worry about that. All taken care of.